instant foods.
Oatmeal, coffee, instant rice, even pasta. Have we sacrificed health for speed?
Instant rice has lower levels of arsenic. It's fascinating.
And I couldn't believe it when I first heard it.
Coming up next.
Are you ready to save some lives today?
I love you, Dr. Oz.
Today we're investigating a rapidly growing trend that you need to know about. We are uncovering the truth about the new instant foods on your supermarket shelves. Instant foods like these. Oatmeal, coffee, instant rice, even pasta, right? Hot and ready in an instant. But have we sacrificed health for speed? Nutritionist J.J. Smith and food scientist Taylor Wallace are here to help us out. We're going to start with instant coffee versus traditional coffee. So when you brew it, right, you got this whole machine. When it's instant, it's very effortless. You go like this, right? And in seconds, you have what you want, right? Trade off 15 minutes to 3 seconds, 10 seconds, whatever it ends up being. It's nothing. So how was instant coffee even made, Taylor?
So instant coffee is actually made from real coffee. There are two ways that companies produce instant coffee. Low-quality coffees are made by a process called freeze drying, where they brew the coffee and then they force it through a hot metal tip. The water evaporates and the coffee falls down into a chamber. Now, the higher quality coffees use a more expensive process called freeze drying. And this is where, again, they brew the coffee and then they freeze it under pressure so that the ice actually evaporates. But the bottom line, all instant coffees are real coffee.
Now, I always thought this wasn't as good. I thought it was fake. And I didn't understand how it could stack up nutritionally to traditional coffee. JJ?
Well, instant coffee is brewed coffee made from roasted beans. It has tons of antioxidants known as flavonoids, and they're pretty much maintained throughout the processing process. So what happens is, if you go to the store to get instant coffee, you're getting the real thing. It's just as good. You're perfectly okay.
How do you like that? Now, Taylor loves flavonoids, which are in coffee so much that when we were rehearsing, we saw a tattoo on his ankle. This is his ankle. Look at that. That is a chemical structure of flavonoids. I mean, who does that?
Who does that?
Who does that, Taylor? What was that about? Were you drunk?
No, it was actually my PhD gift to myself. I love flavonoids so much. They're my second love in life, next to my puppy Princess.
You got a PhD in flavonoids?
Absolutely.
God, I love this. I love you more every time. Okay.
Amazing.
All right, let's move on to my next favorite food. This is oatmeal. But we got traditional oatmeal and we have instant oatmeal, right? Now, instant oatmeal takes about 2 minutes, right? Which is mostly waiting for that darn water to boil. Takes 2 seconds. You can go ahead and put that in there if you don't mind.
All right.
KJ, sorry. And then you got the traditional oatmeal, the way I like it, you know, even the steel cut stuff, 25 minutes on the stove. It's laborious. You got to simmer your oats in the water until they're cooked and all the liquids absorbed. I usually have to wait for it to cool down a little bit. And Taylor, instant oatmeal, I mean, what makes it instant? How do they shortcut 25 minutes of hard work to do what JJ just did in a minute?
So what you see on the table is an example of steel cut oats. That's exactly what it sounds like. They just cut the oats using a steel blade. Now, instant oats are steamed, and then they're rolled flat, and then they're cut very thin so that when you add water, they cook very quickly.
So it's like the coffee again. You're actually making it first, and then sort of drying it or desiccating it or doing something so you can just preserve it.
Absolutely.
What about the nutritional differences? I mean, if I can save myself 24.5 minutes in the morning, it's a pretty good deal.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the great news is that the instant oats are 100% whole grain oats, and they're just as nutritious. They're a great source of fiber and magnesium, and they have lots of protein, which will help keep your energy up all day long. And they're low in fat, and we all love things that are low in fat. And so this is a great option. I think the big difference is texture. Steel cut oats tend to be chewier and have a lot more body than the instant oats.
I do like that. But the question, what does Renata think? She's over there very laborious.
So, yes, I'm getting into it over here.
The A to the B.
So, I'm thinking A are the steel cut oats, okay? They taste a little thicker, a little meatier, has a lot more texture. And B is instant.
But in fairness, I'm going to tell you the answer in a second, but they're pretty close, aren't they?
Yeah.
And you like them both?
I like them both.
All right, the correct answer is instant oatmeal is actually an A.
Shut up!
Yes! Yes!
Wow.
Finally! It is so hard to trick that woman. It's so difficult.
I got it wrong.
All right. Now give me you got some oat notes, 3 oat notes
Yes.
to make sure we're buying the right kind of oatmeal,
Yes.
instant oatmeal.
So first you want to get regular oats. You can add in your own flavor. You can add in fresh fruit and spices, a little stevia, but you want to avoid the flavored instant oats.
Yeah.
Sometimes they'll say like apple cinnamon. Sounds perfectly healthy, but it's really generally has tons of sugar. So you want to avoid that. And another note is look for at least 3 grams of fiber because that's going to make it nutritionally sound.
I like it. Good advice. When we come back, the best instant carbs, instant rice and instant pasta. Are they better or worse than the traditional? Renata can't wait. I bet you can't either. Stick around. We're back and continue our investigation into the latest food trend, instant foods. Next up, traditional rice, looks like that, versus instant rice, the kind you get in pouches, right? Now, the traditional rices take 20 minutes in a stovetop pot. The instant kind, you put them in here, 90 seconds later, you got your microwave. Out there, everyone's happy, kids are jumping up and down for joy, mom's in good mood. How do they tell, are they able to make instant rice so rapidly?
So it's easy. Food companies pre-cook the rice, then they put it in the bag, so when you warm it up in the microwave, you just bring it back to life.
They just pull the water out, strain it out a little bit?
There's still a little bit of moisture in there, actually.
And what the nutrition benefits of instant rice are surprising to me. There's one big benefit over traditional rice.
Yes, instant rice has lower levels of arsenic than other types of rice. I was really surprised. I thought that was an interesting tidbit.
I double-checked it, triple-checked it. I couldn't believe it when I first heard it.
Me neither. It was fascinating.
And I'm not quite sure why, but there's less. I think because they've washed it already and gotten some of that stuff out
Maybe
of there.
so.
All right, Renata, you're over there, official taste tester.
Yeah, here we go.
Got
Let's
A
check out
versus
the
B.
rice.
We got to find out which one she likes more. She's thinking, she's queer. No, I don't know about that
All
look.
right, without even tasting this one, but I'm gonna go ahead.
Without even tasting it, she has an opinion
Yes,
already.
that's right.
Surprise, surprise. Yeah.
You know me.
Renata's an opinion.
Now, this is traditional rice. This is 20 minutes.
A, that's A.
A is 20 minutes.
Okay.
B is instant. Yes.
Instant. And Taylor, is that correct?
Absolutely, B.
Come on now.
She knows. She can everything.
Yeah.
All right, come on. What are the instant rice rules, JJ?
Okay, we have a few instant rice rules. One, avoid flavored instant rice. They have a lot of additives and unnecessary sugar. Second rule, add your own flavor. You can add curry, you can add garlic, you can add a little broth. And I mean, if you really want to get it hot and popping, you could just add a little cayenne and get a little spicy.
Look at her go.
You know, I'm tasting it. I'm tasting
She's
it.
liking it.
Yeah, I'm tasting it. And then third, you always want to look for less than 500 milligrams of sodium per serving. And if you follow those rules, instant rice will work for you every time.
We are making America happy today.
Yes, we are.
I'm giving you everything you want. We're saving you time, and it's good for you. Up next, we're investigating the latest instant product to hit the market. It is your favorite because you're all asking me about it. Instant pasta. Renata can barely hold herself back. We'll be right back with that. We're investigating the instant foods craze, and now the one that I know you were all rooting for, instant pasta. You heard me right, instant pasta just popped up in supermarkets recently, and everyone wants to know if they're any good. Now, the regular pasta, like this, takes 18 minutes on average on the stove. But brand new products like these, right, have started showing up in our supermarket shelves. Get this, 60 seconds in a microwave, 60 seconds. But are they too good to be true? Are they good for you? Taylor, hit us with the science. How do you make these things instant?
So just like the rice, the pasta is pre-cooked and packaged, so basically all you're doing is warming it up.
So they synthetically made this thing. That's how I thought. They've got to be filled with chemicals and preservatives. That's what I thought. But, JJ, what did you find when you looked into these things?
We were shocked at what we found. Instant pasta has the same nutritional makeup as regular pasta. And if you look at the nutritional label, you'll find the same ingredients. Maybe a little olive oil, maybe a little salt, but beyond that, it's the same. No better, no worse, exactly the same. No added chemicals or preservatives. So this is exciting news, Dr. Oz.
Well, it's exciting that you can make it without putting yourself at risk.
Right.
The question is, what does it taste like?
Yes,
So,
yes.
Renata, everyone's waiting with bated breath.
Okay.
Can you tell the difference between the instant pasta or the traditional pasta? I made both these myself, by the way. So A versus B.
Okay.
Which do you like better?
All right, let's see.
She's thinking about it. So the A pasta, she's enjoyed. Her eyes lit up. She seemed pretty happy. She's happy on the B pasta as well, I can tell.
Yes, you better narrate, Dr. Oz. Okay, so I think for A is the instant, and B is the traditional 20-minute pasta.
And what's the difference? What are you tasting differently?
Okay, the difference is this one is a little bit more, this is a bit more chewier, okay? And it's a little harder. This one's kind of lighter. I mean, they both taste great.
Okay.
But I do think A is the instant one and B is 20 minutes.
Well, I like to make my instant pasta al dente. so the instant pasta is actually in bowl A. She got it right.
Yes!
Now, here's the thing. This is a great option. I think people will be thinking about it for traditional pasta. But I scoured the supermarkets looking for whole grain, whole wheat pasta that you could make instantly. And there's none out there. So until someone invents it, right, and we both looked everywhere in the web, you, however, have found ways of making pasta so fast, so quick, time-saving it, so we don't have to buy instant pasta. These are healthier versions. Come on over here.
So much so, you can do it with this hair on, okay? Now,
all right.
I got you covered.
You got me.
Yes. All right, so for the first one, all right, the first hack is that you want to ditch the pot and you want to get a saucepan or a frying pan, okay? Yes, I said it. All right, don't get me. All you got to do is put the water in the shallow pan. Okay, put your pasta.
Because it boils faster.
Because it boils faster. Put it on in there, it'll boil, it'll be good, and this is what you get.
Why did we ever use a pot? It takes longer to make...
I know, right? You know what? We were scared of the length of the pasta. That's what it was. So we thought we needed a big pot. That's what it is.
This will work. All right, that's tip number one. Put the water right in the thin pan. Tip number two.
Yeah, so tip number 2 is frozen, baby. All right, now this is what you need to do. When you do have time, if you want to use the big pot, okay, you make it ahead. Use the big pot, all right? Boil it in the big pot, and then when it's all done, you freeze these babies. Put them in nice little nests. You see these? This is frozen. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, when you're ready for it, all you have to do is take it out the freezer, pop it in some sauce, or pop it in the microwave. You have your instant pasta. There you go, okay? Kitties will be all right.
All right. Kitties will be happy.
Yes.
Both of these, predictable. The third one shocked me.
Hold up. Okay, I got you. All right, now listen. Here's the thing. All right, what you want to do is you want to put your pasta in your sauce uncooked, and it will cook in the sauce. Yes, I said it, it'll cook in the sauce. Yes, raw, uncooked, in the, yes.
I got to ask you, I'm sure this is controversial, but I would think somewhere in human history, someone would have figured out, these are uncooked, there, look at these, they're uncooked.
They're uncooked.
Right?
But guess what?
I'm not kidding around,
You know
they're uncooked.
Listen.
But why wouldn't we already, does this really work?
Because we don't need 2 pots, okay? We don't need 2 pots. We're only doing 1 pot. It's a 1-pot shot. Say it with me, 1-pot shot, okay?
All right, here you go. Okay, come on over here.
Yes.
We got a bunch of forks here. I want to find out if people agree with you. All right, so go ahead and taste here.
Oh, you will, honey.
All right, this is pasta. We made it that same way. We added it right to the sauce. The sauce you got to make anyway.
Yes, exactly. Oh my goodness, the flavor. There you go.
JJ, what do you think?
Oh, girl, you put your foot in there.
Thank you.
It's so
You
good.
got the foot award.
Exactly.
Jerry, what do you think?
It's pretty darn good.
Delicious.
1-pot shot.
Shockingly good. Surprising. All right, the investigation is going to continue. Pasta la vista, baby. We'll be right back.